Good morning to all. Let us see the software setup. In order to learn Python programming concepts, whatever software is required in our system, let us install those softwares. First, let us download, then install. If any configuration is required, let us do. Then start developing from Hello World application. In this course, anybody can able to understand. It is targeted to every type of people, including non-computer science people. Within 1 month, 200% there is a chance of becoming very perfect in the programming language. Right from the beginning, I will be showing each and every topic, each and every concept. First, let us see downloading relevant softwares and installation. First and foremost one, Python software. So go to the browser, mention python.org, python.org in the address bar. You can see downloads. Straight away you can see download for Windows. You can click on this itself, otherwise you can go to the Windows and you can choose the relevant one. I'm clicking on this itself. It is asking the location where it should download. No need of even a registration to download the software. You can choose any location. I just created one new directory and I'm downloading. Once downloading is got over, just double click on this downloaded executable file. This is the software for 32-bit. Same software can be used in the 64-bit as well. So double click on this, no matter of your operating system is 32 or 64. Double click on run. One very important point everybody should understand. Click on add path 3.8 to path. Add Python 3.8 to path. Everybody check this one. If you check this one, you don't require to configure explicitly. Installer itself will be configured whatever is required. Path environment variable is very much required for every software. After installation of the software, we will be updating a path explicitly. But in case of Python, installer itself taking care of updating a path. This facility not available in Java. While installing Java, it is not asking shall I update path explicitly. After installing Java, you need to update path explicitly. In case of Python, it is asking you want me to update a path. Just click on this. No need of customizing installation. Select the first one. No need of customizing. This feature we don't require. So we are the beginners. We don't want to customize installation. Select the first one. It may take 1 or 2 minutes. Once you see setup was successful, the total installation got over. Click on close. After installing, you don't require to do any kind of configuration. Automatically, configuration already done by the installer. We don't require to update a path environment variable. Already path has been updated. Now open a command prompt. Once installation got over, open a command prompt. Go to the all programs. Go to the accessories. In the accessories, you can find the command prompt. Otherwise, you can type with CMD. You can search with CMD. After opening command prompt, just to mention to check whether installation is proper or not and what is the version of installation. Python or Py. Both are one and the same. A very important point. Python is developed for almost like a for non-computer science students. Anybody can able to understand. Wherever they want to make simple, they made a simple. For Python, they provided py, simplicity. Likewise, in the development also, in most of the places you can find like a lot of simplicity they provided to us. So Python, we can develop procedural oriented program or object oriented program. In the same program, you can develop procedural way or object oriented way or both. In case of Java, you need to develop always object oriented only. That is, in case of Java, you required a class to run anything. But in Python, you don't require a class to run most of the things. Only to achieve object-oriented programming, class is required in Python. If you want to achieve something without object-oriented programming, then class is not required. I already told, so Python, it's very simple. You can straight away open one inline editor to type something to check what could be the output. You can just mention py or Python, give a space. You will be getting one inline editor. Here you can check it out, any Python concept. I'm just going for hello to all. Press enter. You can see the output. Let's go for print off just 1000. It is printed. It's like a hello world output, any kind of print. You can also declare one variable. You can use that variable for printing. You can see. This will be used If you want to test any one syntax, how it will be working. If you want to check any single statement or few statements, then this will be more advisable. Instead of this, develop a separate Python file, run that file. In a separate Python file, you can develop any number of statements. After running also, all those statements will be in the file. You can reuse that statements. You can reuse that statements in another file, or you can go through the same statements afterwards. It is always advisable to use a separate file rather than inline editor. Whatever we are using here, it is only for checking any one statement or few statements. This way of developing Python is very discouraged. Instead of that, you can develop all Python statements in a separate file. You can run that file. That file will be with you. You can reuse that file content in another files, or you can go through that file content whenever you wanted. I will not be using inline editor to develop Python programs. I will be developing in a separate editor. I will be saving that and running that same file. If we really wanted, we can reuse or we can go through whenever we wanted. Let us see developing a Python program in a separate editor. We require one editor. I will be using Edit Plus. There are some IDEs also in the Python. I won't use IDE at all. Usage of IDE not at all advisable while learning. I won't use IDE at all. We wanted to learn each and every statement, each and every syntax. If you go for IDE, most of the statements or most of the syntaxes developing by IDE or rectifying by IDE. I'll use only Edit Plus in throughout the course. Only at the end, I'll show you what are the IDEs available. I will take a industry widely using IDE, and I'll show how to use it only at the end of the course. Till that, we use Edit Plus as an editor. The second software, editor, you need to download that editor. You need to install that editor. That editor only we will be using to develop Python programs. So let us see how to download and install Edit Plus. Before that, how to come away from this Python inline editor. Just type exit with a method calling. You can come out. Method calling. You can come out. Now, let's see how to install Edit Plus. Again, open a browser. editplus.com. It's very simple software, not even 3-4 MB. Very simple software. Download and install. You can go for download Edit Plus, not to click here to buy. Download Edit Plus. You can choose any downloader. I'm just choosing a second one, but you can go for first one as well. Click on save. It's even just 2.5 MB. Very simple file. Show in folder. Already Edit Plus available in my system. No need of uninstallation. Straight away I can install. You can install straight away. It's very simple. Double click on downloaded exe file. Click on run. Accept. Start copy. No need of changing any default settings. Installation got over. Edit Plus installation got over. Let us go to the any specific drive to develop Python programs. I'm going to the F drive. I create one folder. Python March DEV. Python March DEV. This folder I'll be using in throughout the batch. Inside this folder, I'll create one folder with the name as day 1. So day 1, whatever content is there, whatever programs are there, all I'll be developing under day 1. In the F drive, a specific development directory, then day 1 directory. Let us develop a simple Python program like a helloworld program in this new location. In this new location, I'm developing a Python program. Let us use Edit Plus Editor, which is already installed, which is already available. You can see Edit Plus in the start menu, otherwise in the desktop also. After installing Edit Plus, while opening first time, you'll be getting this screen. Click on yes. Even this screen also only first time. Click OK. Click yes. In my system, I'm using Edit Plus quite a long time. Even this also, you'll be getting only first time. You can go to the trial, no need of register. This window you will be getting every time. Guys, initial 30 days, you can click on I agree. Initial 30 days, you can click on I agree. After 30 days, you can bring this window to the bottom and keep working. Bring this window to the bottom and then keep working. So Edit Plus is opened. We are ready to develop first Python program. Very simple heroes. File new others Python. File new others Python. Click OK. Whatever statements you wanted, you can keep that statements straight away. I kept the print statement straight away. If you consider any other programming languages, minimum a method is required or a class with a method is required. If you consider Java, class with a main method is required to print anything. But in Python, straight away statement number 1. Try to save. Go to Python March DEV day 1. Please observe. I'll choose the file name as test1.py. Every Python file should extend with .py. .py. Please observe everybody. Composing Python program got over. Now we need to run. We don't require to compile. Python doesn't require to compile. In most of the programming languages, before running, we supposed to compile. But here, we don't require to compile. There is a interpreter. What is interpreter? That you'll come to know later. Straight away, you can run this program. How to run this program? Open a command prompt. Already I showed the way of opening a command prompt. After opening a command prompt, go to the location where your Python program is developed. Open a command prompt. Go to the location where Python program is developed. I developed in the F drive. F colon represents F drive. D colon represents a D drive. C colon represents a C drive. Inside this, Python, press one more tab, March DEV. You don't require to type the entire folder. Type few characters, then press a tab till you get your desired folder. CD stands for change directory. We are changing the directory to the Python March DEV. In this directory only, Python file is developed. Very simple. After opening a command prompt, go to the F drive. After going to the F drive, change directory. CD command, change directory, specify name of the directory. Now we reach to the location where our Python file is there. Now use py_python, specify file name. py_python command for running. py space test1.py. What is the file name? Okay, small mistake. It is there in the day 1. Again go for cd space day 1. Upset this point. cd space day 1. Change directory day 1. Now try to trigger py test1.py. We got the output. Yeah, I think everybody might have developed hello world program. Please observe a single line program. Single line program. Let us see one more. File new others Python. Let's go for print hello. In case of Python, multiple characters can be specified under double quotes or under single quote. I composed 4 print statements. Please try to compose these 4 statements by you also. In any programming language, multiple characters are treated as a string. multiple characters treated as a string. String can be enclosed under single quotation or double quotation. String can be enclosed under single quotation or under multiple quotation, double quotation. Let us save this as a test2.py in the same location. Saving this file as a test2.py, run it. You can use Python or py test2.py. You can see string literal or string value. In the programming languages, value is also called as a literal. Value also called as a literal, string value, multiple characters under single quote or under double quote. Multiple, any number of any type of characters, any number of any type of characters under single quote or under double quote is a string literal, string value. Let us see another one. So for Python, print any number, whatever it may be the quantity, even negative number. Consider all these numbers are not having any decimal point. You can compose any number without a decimal point. Try to save test3.py. I am saving this file with the name as test3.py. Please save it as a test3.py. You can choose any number without a decimal. It can be negative number also. This type of values, this type of literals called as a int literals. Int literals. Test3.py. Int values, int literals, we are printing. Int literals, int values, we are printing. I'm just showing like a print function. This is a built-in function. It is already available. Only the thing is, you have to use and supply value, supply literal, value or literal as an argument to print. That literal can be a string type literal. That literal can be int type literal. Still other type of literals are there. We'll see that. Go to the next one. File new others Python. Let's go for print of 3.5 minus 3.5 0.5. Let's go for some number minus dot 0. Every number is with a decimal. If number is with a decimal, it is called as a float value. Number with a decimal, it is called as a float value or float literal. Literal or value. Float value, float literal. Test4.py. Let us run this one. We are trying to print float values. What is a float value? Number with a decimal. After decimal, it can be even 0. Observe the last number, -54.0. Even though it is a zero after a dot, it will be considered as a float value, float literal. We have seen string values printing, int values printing, float values printing. One more type of the value is there. Let us see. File new others Python. Test5.py. If you wanted to print Boolean values, again use print method. In case of Python, true, T in the uppercase, false, F in the uppercase. True and false, true in the uppercase, F in the uppercase. Saved it as a test5.py. Observe 2 points in all these programs. First point, every program we are saving with the extension as .py, it is a mandatory. .py as an extension, it is a mandatory. First point. The second point, everybody, in all these programs, we developed multiple statements. Except in first program, from second program onwards, multiple lines. No line is ending with the semicolon. No statement is ending with the semicolon. Ending with the semicolon is optional. In case of Java, every statement should end with the semicolon. In almost all programming languages, we require a semicolon to end. Only in case of few languages like a Python, TypeScript, JavaScript, semicolon is optional. But in most of the programming languages, semicolon is mandatory. You can develop a statement without ending with a semicolon. While keeping a semicolon, there is no syntax error. Semicolon is optional. So I just modified test2.py. Let me rerun test2.py. Semicolon is very optional. It is not a mandatory. If you wanted, you can keep a semicolon. Then how Python recognizing end of the statement? How Python recognizing end of the statement? Statement end is recognizing through new line character. Through new line character. Every statement is ending with a new line character internally. Every line ending with new line character internally. Through that new line character, it is identifying statement end. First statement got end because of new line internally. Second statement, third statement, fourth statement. So here pressing enter, giving a end to the current statement, going to another statement. Semicolon is not a mandatory. Semicolon is very optional while ending a statement. How statement will be ending? Through a new line. Press the new line. Press the enter. Once control goes to the next line, then previous line got ended with a statement. Previous line got ended with a statement. Now, one simple observation. Let us observe through another Python. I'm going for print hello. This is a string. You can represent through a single quote or through a double quote. I'm going for one more int, int literal. I'm going for one more 9.5 float, print boolean. In general, while developing any project, you required managing data, printing data, reading data, processing data. That data is nothing but values. That values are nothing but literals. What are the different types of values available? What are the different types of values available? String type of value, int type of value, float type of value, boolean type of value. One more very important observation here. We are printing four values. We supposed to get four lines of the output. We supposed to get four lines of the output. Let us see how many lines we will be getting. I will save this. Let us save this as a test6.py. Sorry. test6.py. How many lines of output you got? First line, second line, third line, fourth line. There is one more line, fifth line. The last line, most of the people ignoring, most of the people not observing. Totally 5 lines of the output. But we are printing 4 lines only. How come fifth line? How come fifth line? This is very important. While using print function, printing hello, going to the next line. While executing second print, cursor is in the second line. Printing 90, going to the third line. While executing print third time, cursor is at third line. Printing 9.5, going to the fourth line. Print is producing two features. One is printing, second one bringing the cursor to the next line. Now, cursor is at fourth line. Printing true in the fourth line, automatically going to the fifth line. It is the last print statement. In the fifth line, there is an empty output. Print statement producing, printing and also new line character. Print something and produce a new line character. That is why totally 5 lines of output.